Hello! How are you all doing? You are watching T-Motoverse. Today we are going to talk about an upcoming bike that is set to bring back the lost excitement of the biking world. Even a few years ago, if someone told us we'd see an inline 4 sports bike under 500cc, we would have probably said, "Come on bro, that's just science fiction." It felt like this category was becoming history. But then, everything changed. First, Kawasaki opened up this path by launching their road monster, the Ninja ZX-4RR. Immediately after, Chinese manufacturers jumped into the 400 to 500cc inline 4 segment. And among those fighting with the most aggressive spirit in this four-cylinder race, one name stands right at the front, and that is Cove. And today, the center of our discussion is Kove Motorcycle's latest upcoming four-cylinder monster, the Kove 475RR. This isn't just a model update, it comes with the latest technology, features, and high performance of the biking world. So let's dive into every detail, including the launch date and all the info regarding the upcoming Kove 475RR. Those who follow Cove know just how good their motorcycles are, and they are famous globally for their Dakar rally bikes. Their journey started in 2022 with the 400RR. But the interesting part? Before it even hit the production line, they upgraded the engine to 443cc. As a result, the 450RR hit the market instead of the 400RR, and creating a massive buzz in China with huge sales numbers that are still going strong. But recently, rumors were floating around online about an upgraded model of the Kove 450RR, another four-cylinder sports bike named the 475RR. Now, all design documents related to this bike have been officially registered at the WPO, or World Intellectual Property Organization, in Geneva. This means the bike isn't just a rumor anymore, it's actually becoming a reality. It's also been reported that the bike was shown at an internal event for dealers and importers earlier this year. Those who saw it say it looks exactly like the recently leaked CAD designs. So you can understand that Cove is very serious about developing this bike while maintaining strict secrecy. Alright, let's talk about the engine first. Although Cove hasn't released official data for the upcoming 475RR yet, we can estimate its power based on their current model. Currently, the Kove 450RR's 443cc DOHC inline 4 engine that produces around 70 horsepower at 13,000 RPM. When the displacement is bumped up from 443 to 475cc, technical analysts suggest it will generate a minimum of 75 horsepower or more. This power boost and upgraded electronics will push Cove even closer to the front of the four-cylinder competition. Cove's rapid upgrades prove that they aren't just making bikes. They want to prove themselves on the global stage through build quality and performance. Friends, I know what you're thinking. Wow, 75 plus horsepower is amazing. But this playing field is incredibly competitive right now. Cove is no longer alone. Chinese companies have become each other's biggest rivals in this segment. First, let's talk about CF Moto. They've already hit the market with the 500SR Voom. From their 499cc engine, they are squeezing out 78 horsepower. And second is QJ Motor, whose SRK 421RR inline 4 engine produces around 77.5 horsepower at 14,000 RPM. On the other hand, ZX Moto is preparing to launch their 500RR internationally in 2026, promising an incredible 84 horsepower from 470cc. Just imagine, in just a few years, promises in this segment have gone from 70 to 84 horsepower. The Kove 475RR, with its 75 plus horsepower target, it will have to carve out its place among these incredibly powerful rivals. This competition is getting really fun to watch, isn't it? We all know that the real secret to a sports bike's performance lies in the balance between the engine and the chassis. Cove hasn't just made changes here, they've done some intelligent tuning. The Kove 475RR might retain the familiar tubular frame structure of the 450RR, but look at the rear, and you'll see the swing arm is new, and it looks thinner and lighter. And the most interesting part? There's a specific notch or opening on the right side. You might ask, why? Well, it's likely to reduce weight and perhaps increase the overall rigidity of the bike for sharper handling. Also, the rear suspension has been upgraded. It now uses a piggyback shock absorber, indicating this will be a more advanced and refined model compared to the previous one. However, while the rear got a nice upgrade, they kept faith in the old hardware up front. The inverted forks and well-performing Tysco brakes, which proved sufficient on the 450RR and 450R, remain unchanged. Now let's move on to the looks. A sports bike needs an eye-catching design, right? Kove has focused heavily on this. The Kove 475RR's design language has been completely overhauled, marking a clear aesthetic jump from the 450RR. The design is now much more aggressive, though it still retains that distinct Chinese vibe. At the front, the headlights look like they are recessed or cut into the fairing. Above that, the angular fairing features clearer and larger aerodynamic winglets. These winglets extend down the sides of the bike, giving it a predatory look. Plus, the connection between the tank seat and tail has been redesigned to make the bike's overall lines look slimmer and smoother. So friends, we've seen Kove's incredible progress. Taking a 4-cylinder bike from 400cc to 475cc in just a few years is undoubtedly proof of technical aggression. The Kove 475RR is one of the most exciting initiatives in this small 4-cylinder renaissance. But one crucial question remains: can Kove finally bring this bike to tough markets like Europe? Conquering the European market isn't easy. They couldn't quite break in with the 450RR, but hopefully this time they will introduce their small 4-cylinder monsters to Europe and other Asian markets. If Kove can tackle these market challenges and maintain the right balance between performance and price, the 475RR could definitely be the next global hit. Everyone wants a good 4-cylinder bike at a lower price, something the Kawasaki ZX-4RR doesn't offer. So now we just wait for the final version reveal, because the game of 4-cylinder sports bikes has just begun. So what do you guys think? With 75 plus horsepower, can Kove survive in this tough competition? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe to become a member of this channel. See you in the next video. Until then, stay safe and take care. Allah Hafiz.